The Case family came here in 1814 and they'd acquired 150 acres from the Connecticut Land Company. And David Hudson, who the town is named after, had built a log cabin for him right across the road here. And they moved in there with their 5 children. And after 15 years, when the 10th child was born, we presume Mrs. Case said, "We've got to have a house." And so there happened to be good clay here on the property. And so Chauncey built a kiln and started making bricks and built this house in 1830.
From being one of the founding families, the Case family, and then of course the Case-Barlow family of the Hudson area, to the fact that this was a very important stop on the Underground Railroad. John Brown, the abolitionist, was a good friend of the family here and a friend of Laura Case. Wrote a letter to Laura Case the evening before his death, before he was hung. So there's a tremendous amount of history in this this farmhouse, and it's certainly something that we should preserve. The house is almost 200 years old, right? And so time and weather, it takes its toll.
The bricks were porous and they were absorbing moisture and spalling and everything. So a ceiling of paint was put on it, and as a result we have this peeling on the walls, and it's been this way now for 75 years or so. We scrape it down and repaint it, and it just keeps peeling. So it's been decided that what we need to do is take all the paint off the outside of these bricks and redo the caulking and everything and put a paint on that's breathable. And that's where, in fact, the money from the grant is going to be used for.
So what we're doing is trying to bring life back into the barn. It's been a long series of improvements, and Kristina Roegner, our senator, has helped in so many ways. We did find that the foundation of our barn was weakened, and when they started to do work on it to meet the county codes, we had to have that inspected. Well, the barn foundation, the big stones that are quarried, were collapsing in. So we had some Amish people come up. They removed it, they jacked up the barn side on the north side, and what they found was the biggest cistern they have found so far in Ohio. We have had weddings, receptions, we've had baby showers, things of that type. We did have the after prom here because last year, of course, it was COVID. Not this past year, but a year ago, and they couldn't go anywhere for the after prom, so we opened it up and they had a wonderful time. All the property was open. They were outside with blow-ups and food and everything, so they repeated it this year because the kids had such a good time.
So Linda Maddie and Ned Kendall and their entire board of the Case-Barlow Farm, they've been working tirelessly to maintain this farm and maintain its historical integrity. So I've worked with them over numerous capital budgets in the past to make sure that they have received the funding from the state of Ohio to help continue the work. It's used quite frequently by the community and those around here for the public to enjoy. And it is like for a moment you step out of time when you're here. It's really quite beautiful.